Alright, Scottish, we're about to finish with Microsoft Notes Part 2, right where I left off inserting this arrow. So now we're going to go ahead and see just a couple more things that we could insert from the insert menu. You see chart. If I click on it, it gives you tons of options come up of different charts that you can actually insert into your Word. You could see how this could come in handy, especially in science. You can explore that on your own. And I'll actually delete that one. You can insert, the next one we're going to move on is to header and footer. And so let me show you. Header and footer is add information. Sorry. Well, actually, I won't type anything for you. I'll just show you. Here's the header. Let's click on that. And let's say I just want to add my name and today's date. So I'll just keep it simple. Let's say I choose that one. Right here I could just put I could put page 1. Ooh. There you go. That's the header. So then I could close it. Let's say I want to add a footer, and you see the header goes from the first page to the second page, and then here I'll just have to click on it and make it 2. I can also insert a footer, and let's say I just want to put here 7th grade technology applications, and there you go. And it'll show up really small, and I'll close it once again at the bottom of our paper and at the top. Now let's go ahead and move on to different text that you can insert. If I go to my insert menu, here's very important, a text box, which you guys use a lot. So all you have to do is I click on here. Let's say I want this text box. There you go. Text boxes can be So text boxes can be useful when you want to insert text in different location. And so then I could just make it longer and leave it there. You can also insert, you see how when the text box is activated, there's nothing up here. As soon as I click on it, we see the format, and there's, you can, the fill of the text box, also like our arrow, all sorts of things. So now let's move on and see what other things. You can insert a little word art. Press OK. And here you are. You have this word art, which I didn't mean to insert there. Let's take it out of there. And click outside so that it could insert it there. Word art. And here's my word art down here. Same thing, I click on it, format it tight so I can move it. I'll leave it here. Oops. And I'll make it a little bit smaller. Where's it going? Here, let's scoot it down. I don't know why it shows up there. I'll put it down here. Alright, and so that's from the insert menu. And you can go on and see you can also insert symbols. For example, in math and science, these might come in handy. Greater than or equal to, not equal to. Let's see, these are Greek letters that you will use in math too, like the pi sign. So those are always important, and they'll come in handy later. So you can actually see them. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger by going to my home menu and clicking on 14. And there you are. So those are some of the symbols that you can insert, and I'm going to tab in between to space them out a little. Alright, so now we're going to go to the page layout tab right about here. All I want to discuss is the margins, and then you can play around with these. So for example, you see my notes are in 2 pages, but I'm only using a little bit of the second page. Let's say, hey, I actually only want them in 1 page. All I have to do is change my margins. So I can either change them from here, or I can easily click on any word, make it active so I can see this ruler, and let's make the margins smaller so more stuff fits. Here too, I'll scoot this blue parts, make it smaller so more things can fit, and my notes can all fit in one page, or at least try. Let me see. And I can erase some of this white space here to make them fit in one page, or at least try. So I might not be able to make it fit on one page, but you see how changing the margin changes how they look. So if you want to scoot it down, you just move the margin down, and you see there's more white space in between. Right now I just have a little bit of white space here. If I move this, now I add more. So it's just whichever way you like it. This is fine for us right now. So all you need to worry about is margins. These are columns. If you want to make it look like a kind of like a newspaper, you can add 2 columns, 3 columns. You can play with that. Orientation changes how your notes look, up and down or side to side. And here my notes are. See how the page just became side to side. I can make it up and down. There we go. It's what we're usually used to. Next is the reference menu. I'm going to try to make this one quick too. All you have to worry about in reference menu is this is where you can insert a table of contents, a footnote, a bibliography. So this is very important because references allow you to make this, let's see, allow you, why does it still underline? Let me undo underline. Allow you to add table of contents and citations, and of course other things that you can explore with over here. Next we're going to move on to the review menu. Go up here. I'm going to skip mailings, but just so you can know, it helps you make envelopes and labels. So we're going to go to the review menu, super important. It allows you to spell check your work. All you have to do is click on this and it checks all the spelling in your work. So that's why you should never turn in a Word document that has misspelling. Or like it tells you there, you can click on F7 and it does the same thing for you. It can translate for you. It can be a thesaurus. It helps you do research. All sorts of things that the review menu has. One of the things I want you guys to understand is this, the red squiggle. So the red squiggle, let's make it red just so it can look cool. The red squiggle actually, like under this word, lets me know something's wrong with it. I should never print a document when there's squiggles on the screen. So for example, here it says, we are cool nerds. So the red lets me know that there's a spelling error. Okay, all I have to do is right click. So our mouse has 2 areas, the left click and the right click. You right click and this menu shows up and it tells you different, what could you mean? Cool, colt, cool, curl, call. It tells you can ignore it. If it's a new word, you want to add it to your dictionary, but we know exactly what I mean, and that's cool nerds. There you go, it fixes for me. So sometimes even if you don't know how to spell a big word, for example, exclamation. So I just misspelled that on purpose. Some of you guys don't know how to spell certain words and you want to ask me. There's one way you could do that. So let's say I'm sending exclamation. I'm like, oh no, it fixed it for me. But if I put an E, it'll underline it and say, hey, something's wrong. But at least I tried. And then all I have to do is click here and find the right one. Alright, and then the green squiggle. The green squiggle lets you know that there's a grammar error. Guys, when you write in all capitals, if you misspell something, it won't show you a red squiggle. If you're writing in all capitals and there's a grammar error, it won't show you a green squiggle. So she did not goes there. So we all know if we right click, tells me the one correct grammatically correct word that should be there, and that's go. And I click on it, and there you go. She did not go there. She fixed it for me. That's why it's important that you guys never turn in any papers with a squiggle, because all that means it was you were lazy and you didn't want to check your grammar and your spelling when the computer does it for you. All right, last but not least, the view menu. In the view menu, it's awesome because it does a lot of things for you, but all I want you to kind of realize is the zoom menu. When you want to zoom in and out of your text, either 75% zooms you out, or if you want to keep it 100 right there, you can look at 2 pages at a time or just 1 page. And then I'll zoom in again. And then this ruler right here, which I love to always see, you can take it off if you want to by clicking that. You can add grid lines if you want to see everything to make sure it lines up. Thumbnails allows you to see your pages over here, kind of like PowerPoint. So as soon as you click it off, it'll come off. But we'll keep it at ruler. So different ways of, oh my God, sorry guys. Let me unbold it and uncapitalize it, underline it. Allow you to see your document there you go. Alright guys, so that is all for now. This is Microsoft Word. I will let you explore on your own. Just follow the instructions that I give you, and I hope you got them all down because I'll be grading this in your spiral. Have a good day, Scotties. Bye bye.